Yeah. Girl talk Tuesday. Tune in, talk it out. Let's go. Girl talk Tuesday. Tune in, talk it out. Say what's on your mind, let it all come out. Good vibes only, we don't carry no doubt. Real conversations, that's what we about. Girl talk Tuesday. Tune in, talk it out. Bring your real life, let the truth get loud. Laugh a little, heal a little, that's the route. Girl talk Tuesday, we rollin' now. Pull up to the channel, got the ladies in the chat. Talking real situations, no filter on that. Love, life, drama, goals, we unpack that. If it's heavy on your heart, we gon' talk right back. Cup in your hand, hair done more right. Tuesday night glow, got the whole room bright. We don't judge nobody, we just shine more light. You came in stressed, leave feeling alright. Real conversations, everybody got a story. Some came from pain, some came from glory. Some came for advice, some came just to listen. But everybody leaving with a little.
Hey girlies, welcome to another episode of Girl Talk Tuesday. It's just you and me tonight. You and me. The other girls will be back next week, but today it's just you and I. So grab your favorite drink, grab a blanket, grab anything that makes you feel comfortable and cozy, and let's chat. We're gonna dive deep into something that we need, something we desperately need, and that is protecting our peace. So again, welcome to Girl Talk Tuesday. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. We will greatly appreciate it. If you did not see our very first episode, here's the thumbnail right here. This is the thumbnail. I need you to go to that one. Look at that one. That is more than a label. Who God say that you are. Who God says that you are. And so we kind of dive deep and just kind of breaking barriers that people put labels on us, and we're shutting it down. We're no more labels. We are who God say we are. So if you haven't seen that one, go back and check that one out. But tonight, let's talk about protecting our peace as a high valued woman. Now, as a high valued woman, I am not talking about status. I'm not talking about how much finance you have. I'm not talking about your position. I'm talking about a high valued woman who knows her worth, her internal character, the internal character, the person that knows her worth, the person who honors her time, the person who protects her peace at all costs. Now, you guys, let me tell you, I am in the area in my life, the time in my life right now is very important for me to protect my peace. Whether I am at home, whether I am at work, I try to protect my peace at all costs. And if I see it going in a direction that I don't want it to go in, I shut it down. I lock doors at work. I'm like, I'm on this side, you stay on that side, because peace is really important. It's really important to protect your peace. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So first, I define high valued woman to you. That's an internal character. We're not flawless. We have flaws. She's just a woman who knows her value and walks away for anything that makes her feel less than. Anything that makes you feel less than, I need you to walk away from it, because at that point, your peace is being disturbed, and we don't need that. We need to prioritize our peace. It's important to prioritize your peace, because if you don't, you have all kind of people get depressed, anxiety kicks in, You overworked, just giving so much time and energy to other people that you don't give to yourself. So you need to, at all costs, protect your peace. So, from Roll of Fat and just us, Milton and Felicia, I have notes here. So you're going to see me go back and forth with the notes so that I can stay on track. Because I'm telling you, I'd be all over the place if I didn't have my notes. So first, how to set firm, non-negotiable boundaries in friendship, work, and life without feeling guilty. Okay? Without feeling guilty. So, the power of a soft no. Okay. You guys, sometimes as a woman, we overcommit. And we overcommit because we always want to please. We want people to be happy, want people to walk away, not broken. So whatever we can do, we kind of overcompensate and we try to fix it. And we need to let our no be the sentence. No. So for example, no shouldn't be negotiable. And what I mean by that is, say for instance, one of your friends call you and say, hey, I'm moving tomorrow and I want you to help me because I need help with this. Now, you want to say no, but instead of you saying no, you say, well, tomorrow I'm getting up early. I'm running a few errands and then I got to go to the store and X, Y, and Z. Get what I'm saying? And then they go, okay, no worries. We can just do it after you finish running your errands, right? That's because you didn't put the no as it should have been, right? It's very easy to say, hey, I would love to help you out. But at this time, that day would not work for me. So that would be a no. Now, is it going to be difficult for the person that you're talking to? Yes, because this person is always calling for something. You know how you have certain people in your life that is always calling for something. They call and I've had friends in my life that I'm no longer, I will talk to them every now and again. But those friends that, and maybe I shouldn't say friends, maybe I should say acquaintances because I didn't know them long enough to just call them my friend. Those people who call you and they have all the issues, right? And so you spend an hour and 30 minutes or sometimes 2 hours listening to their situation. And then when you decide you want to share yours, it's time to hang up the phone. We call them energy vampires because they suck the blood out of you. They suck it out of you. They want you to listen to everything about them, every situation, everything. But when you starts to talk, there's no conversation there. It's like, okay, well, I gotta go, Energy vampires, because they've taken everything and they're not pouring into you. And you have to be careful about those people, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's coworkers. You need to be careful about energy vampires. Okay, that's our point number one. So you need to learn how to identify them. And again, make no a complete sentence and create daily routine to protect your mental space. Okay, so defining what protecting your peace means to you, you need to figure that out. That being a high value woman isn't about status or perfection. It's about knowing your worth and guarding your energy. You have to do that. So we did point one, which was the power of a no. And your takeaway should be no is a complete sentence. You don't owe an explanation for choosing your own well-being. You don't need to explain to people why you said no. You said no because it's a no. And I don't owe you anything other than no. I don't owe you anything. Because protecting my energy and protecting my peace at this point is very important. So I don't owe you an explanation, nor do I want to give you one. So saying no and not negotiating is very important to protect your peace, okay? Protect your peace at all costs, you guys. Okay, so let's go to point number 2. Spotting and handling energy vampires. It's like the friendships and the co-workers and the family members that drain you. You need to understand that access to you is a privilege, not a free-for-all. Access to you is a privilege. It's not a free-for-all. It's not where people need to just come to you and they're coming. If you let someone know that they can call and talk to you and tell you things 24/7, then for 24/7, you're always available. They're going to hit you up 24/7. Having access to you is a privilege. And that is not to be like, oh, who she thinks she is or whatever. It's that if you don't protect a little piece of something that is just yours, you're going to be drained and you're going to be, just overwhelmed. And most times it's with other people's issues. It's not even your issues. It's other people's issues that you're going to be drained from because you don't know how to spot who they are, recognize who they are. It's okay to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. It's okay to have that moment where you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, you take your hot bath, you lean back and you just, baby, put on you some worship music and just be in God's presence. Just be in his presence. Like, I am not available at this particular time of the day because I am protecting my energy. I am not going to be drained and overwhelmed by people. We're not going to do that moving forward. We're going to, what, ladies? Come on, girlies. We're going to protect our peace at all costs, right? Okay. The next thing we're going to do, our point 3, is we need to learn how to decompress and reset your mental space when the world gets noisy. Peace requires maintenance, whether it's an undisturbed evening routine, quiet time, or detoxes. This is what I mean about protecting, prioritizing, and saying no. So our first point was recognizing the energy vampires. Second is daily reset, self-care. And I also want you to learn how to handle unsolicited opinions. You guys, this is very important that you learn how to handle unsolicited opinions. You know how you're having a conversation with someone and you start talking about a situation and then they kind of stop you and they start giving you an opinion about, oh, well, if I was you, I would do this. Or if I was you, I would do that. And you're like, okay, I respect that. This is how you handle this. I respect that. I'm happy that works for you. But at the present time, that's not going to work for me and my household. But thank you for that. And then you continue on with your story or whatever. And then it persists. They say something again. And you say again, I appreciate it. I thank you for your suggestions. But right now, I think I'm just going to leave it as is, the plan that I have. Because honestly, the opinion of others, sometimes you just want to vent. And sometimes you need to tell the person that you're talking to, listen, I'm not looking for you to help me with the situation. I'm not looking for help with the situation. I know how to handle it, but right now I just want to vent. I just need 2 listening ears for me to just be able to vent and tell you exactly what I'm feeling in this moment so I can just get it out. Because sometimes you don't need the opinions of others. Sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you just want to just vent, get it out, and then breathe. Okay. I was able to tell somebody, now I'm good. You don't need the opinion of others. I am really good, I feel like, at asking my kids when they're telling me things, and I'm like, okay, did you want my opinion, or do you want me to give you some feedback, or are you just talking? Because if you're just talking, then I'm just gonna listen. But if you want me to give you feedback, let me know it, and I'll listen to pray about what it is that I need to say to you in this moment. Because a lot of time when people give you unsolicited opinions, they have not prayed about it, because they're just sitting here in that moment and they're telling you things which may or may not be right. But you don't want that. You want to be able to vent and say what you need to say, and then you want to go take it to the one who holds the answers, right? So we have to be careful about taking on unsolicited opinions from others. So again, what we're going to do, we're going to recognize the energy vampires, the ones who are stealing your energy, stealing your time. They just pour. You pour into them, and they never pour back. They're energy vampires. They just sucking the life out of you. They just sucking the life out of you. Watch out for those energy vampires. You don't need that in your life. You need to protect your peace. And as a high value woman, and again, so I can make sure you understand what I'm saying when I say high value woman, I mean a woman who knows her worth. The woman who knows when to walk away from something that is not serving her, that is not going to be well in her life, that is not aligned with what God has for you in your life. Learn how to walk away from that to protect your peace. Okay. And then we're going to learn how to say no. We're going to give sometimes a little soft no, like, oh, I appreciate that, but right now I'm going to have to pass that up right now. And if it's persistent, say, listen, I got what you're saying, but right now that's not going to work for me. So that's going to be a no. It's a no. We don't need to explain why we're saying no. We're saying no because that's what it is. Right? So we're gonna say no. And then we're going to what? We're going to stop unsolicited opinions if you don't want them. If you don't want the opinions of others, then stop them in their track and say, hey, or, when you begin your conversation, say, listen, I'm not looking for opinions. I just want to vent right now. So I just want an ear to vent at, and let them sit there and listen to you so you can get it out and breathe about it. Right. So that's what I want to talk to you. Didn't want to hold you long, but just learn how to protect your peace. And I think it's important, especially in the climate that we're living in right now, to protect your peace at all costs. It's enough going on. And if you need to take social media and disable it for a little bit, because that in alone will have you like crazy. And sometimes you need to cut off the devices, like cut it off. The other day, I didn't want to look at TV. I just wanted music playing. I just listened to the music and just kind of thought about things and got my mind together. Sometimes I don't want to have conversation. I just want to be in that moment so I can think about what I need to do and think about my next move. It's not being selfish. It's just sometimes you have to be selfish with your time, because you are important too, and you need to prioritize your time so that you can be good for other people. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself giving, and there's not going to be a return. And then you're going to feel depressed and full of anxiety and overwhelmed and all the things we get as women, because as women, we're automatically nurturers. And so we want to fix the situation and we want to make everybody happy and want to please people. And sometimes we overly do that and we overly compensate and we overly people please. And it causes so much chaos and confusion in our own lives because we've just depleted everything that we have, and we don't need to do that. We have a God that listens to us on a constant, and sometimes you just have to give people a scripture and say, hey, go look at this scripture, go read the scripture, study this scripture, keep it in your brain, just replay it in your mind, write it on your wall, write it on your mirror, not write it on your wall, but stick it on your wall, get a sticky or something, put it on your wall, write it on your mirror, with the stuff that can erase off of your mirror. And just look at this. And sometimes it's not for us to fix, it's for God to fix. And sometimes we need to just send people to him because he's the one who can handle any situation that we find ourselves in, right? So you guys, that is going to conclude our episode for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. The ladies will be back next week with our third episode of Girl Talk Tuesday. But I wanted to come today just to give you a video of just a little snippet of learning how to protect your peace. I love you. I thank God for you. I appreciate you. I appreciate if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, of course. And hey, listen, we're girlfriends, we're besties here. So tell another bestie about Girl Talk. And if you're in the Charlotte location, if you want to join us in conversation, please reach out. I'll put the information below. If you have a topic and you stay somewhere differently and you want us to discuss it as women, listen, put it in our comments and we will definitely talk about that for you. Nothing is off limits. We need to talk about all things, and we're okay with that. So until next time, you guys, take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.
Girl Talk Tuesday. Tune in, talk it out. Let's go. Girl Talk Tuesday. Tune in, talk it out. Say what's on your mind, let it all come out. Good vibes only, we don't carry no doubt. Real conversations, that's what we about. Girl Talk Tuesday, tune in, talk it out.